Citrus County now, where a married couple is charged in the deaths of two people who had been missing. The sheriff says the couple was living off money they stole from their victims. And as Fox 13's Evan Axelbank reports, now detectives are wondering if there are more victims.
Dwayne and Laquita Skoleski shared a life together, but are now in different prison cells. The sheriffs of Hernando and Citrus County say they carried out plans to kill two people, Jamie MacDonald and Kenneth Zickendrath.
We don't have evidence to think that they sought these individuals out with the initial intention of taking advantage of them.
But they say this is a picture of the Skoleskis using MacDonald's credit card at an ATM after she was reported missing on May 12th. As detectives in both counties were investigating her disappearance, they found Kenneth's body in a wooded area off State Road 50. He'd been there at least a year.
We didn't know he was missing. Nobody really knew. They may have known he was missing, but nobody reported him. But obviously nobody knew he was dead.
The sheriffs say the Skoleskis were acquaintances of both Kenneth and Jamie, and soon her body was found in a creek in Homosassa. The suspects had been living in this home off Tanager Court in Lecanto, and evidently mooching off their victims there as well.
They would get a hold of, as an example, the cell phone and change passwords for bank accounts and stuff so they could get access, either prior to or after the murders.
Dwayne admitted to deputies that he has a temper, though law enforcement wouldn't say exactly how they believe he killed the two, or how the Skoleskis met their eventual victims. They will only say the two victims were living what they call a high-risk lifestyle.
They did not deserve to die that way.
Absolutely.
So if any of their friends or family are out there right now that know anything about their associates, there may be other victims out there. We don't know.
Citrus County Sheriff Mike Prendergast says they have no evidence to suggest there are more victims. But with Dwayne's penchant for having a temper,
the potential for
found murdered in Citrus County is speaking out about their loss tonight.
Jamie Lynn MacDonald was reported missing in May, and her body was discovered in Citrus County. Authorities also found the body of a man in another location and now arrested two people for their murders. Tonight, a friend of MacDonald says she was a good person who did not deserve to die like this.
News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson is joining us live tonight. He's at the Hernando County Jail to kind of sort all of this out. It's a complex little story here, Jeff.
Good evening, Keith and Stacey. It is complex, but Dwayne Skoleski and Laquita Skoleski are both here in custody in the Hernando County Jail, both charged with murder. The children of one of their victims say none of this feels real.
At Clearwater High School, Jamie Lynn MacDonald was one of the popular kids. Kelly McMurtry says she first met Jamie when she was 16.
Jamie was this beautiful, very popular tornado egg.
They were friends for 40 years.
She was the best friend anybody could ever have. She would give her shirt off to help anybody.
Jamie MacDonald's daughter says her mother was a kind and loving person.
My mom was a sweet person who loved her family, loved her kids, loved her grandkids. She loved animals.
In May, her family reported her missing when she didn't contact them on Mother's Day.
And I just remember thinking, you know, this doesn't happen. You know, this is something you see in movies.
Weeks went by, then months. Finally, they got a call from a Hernando County Sheriff's detective telling them their mother had been found dead.
In the moment, it was so fast. It was, you know, we went from missing persons report to the detective calling me to say they found her.
At a joint news conference on Monday with the Citrus and Hernando County Sheriff's Office, they announced Laquita Skoleski and Dwayne David Skoleski were arrested for MacDonald's murder and for the murder of Kenneth Zickendrath, who may have been killed a year ago. The Skoleskis were using MacDonald's credit cards and receiving Zickendrath's government benefits. At a news conference, they said the victims lived a high-risk lifestyle, something her daughter does not disagree with.
Mom went down a bad path, and she just never could recover from it. And I guess you are who you hang out with, and she started getting mixed up with the wrong people.
But her family says she did not deserve the ending she received.
I just want people to know that my mom was loved. She was a great person, and she did not deserve what happened to her.
The Skoleskis are facing charges of fraud in addition to the 2 counts of murder. Live in
As we move next here tonight to the tragic discovery made today in Citrus County, volunteers today finding bones believed to belong to a mother who was killed and her body then dumped in a local canal last year. Tampa Bay 28 reporter Blake Phillips was there today as crews made this discovery, and he found out how a local group is now helping that family lay her to rest.
For the last year and a half, Hope Yates has been holding out hope of bringing her mom home.
She was very gentle, very kind, just full of empathy, and she loved her family. Me and my brother were her whole life.
62-year-old Jamie Lynn MacDonald was murdered in May of 2024. Her body dumped in a canal in Homosassa, and she wasn't found for weeks.
When she was recovered, a portion of her bones from her hands were missing.
Police arrested 2 people they suspected of the murder and of using money from MacDonald's bank account. Yates, who lives in Kentucky, is now focused on searching for the rest of her mom's remains.
I feel like I cannot stop looking for my mom until we found Oliver. I want to be able to lay her fully to rest, and we can't do that while she's still missing.
A nonprofit, We Are the Essentials, has been helping Yates with the search, using a dredger to comb the floor of the canal, searching for 13 missing bones, some of them as small as a penny.
I was unsuccessful when my brother and I were in the water. We were not able to find any of her, so I was very concerned.
But Wednesday, I was there when their luck changed.
Hello. Hey, did you see my picture? He's already got one.
You're lying to me.
No, I'm not.
You guys really found one?
Yes,
already?
I sent you a picture.
Oh my gosh.
Shelley Croft and Waite have been with Yates and her family every step of the way. And Croft says the reason for that is simply to do the right thing.
Just imagine you have a family member that's missing and you don't locate their remains. Well, what happens when you do locate them and they're not all there? That sense of peace is not there until they can locate it all. And that's what they want. They just want their mom to be whole again.
Wednesday, they found 3 bones, leaving 10 left unaccounted for. And for Yates, she's not going to stop until that number is 0.
I'll never stop, even if it's the last thing I ever do. I will be in that water looking for mom.
And if you want to read more about Jamie MacDonald's story or We Are the Essentials, we're going to have all their information linked online at TampaBay28.com. For now in Homosassa, I'm Blake Phillips, Tampa Bay 28.
Tonight in another missing persons case turned murder investigation. The Citrus County couple, Dwayne and Laquita Skleski, is now behind bars tonight, accused of killing 2 people whose bodies were just discovered by detectives. Detectives say the Skleskis were using credit cards belonging to Jamie MacDonald, who was reported missing last month. The couple was then arrested on fraud charges, and an investigation led detectives to an area in Hernando County where they found human remains. Those ended up belonging to another man, Kenneth Zickendrath.
He was probably murdered somewhere between 1 and maybe closer to 2 years ago and was in that location.
On Friday, detectives found remains believed to be Jamie's in a creek in Homosassa. Detectives say all of them ran in some of the same circles. The Skleskis are now being held without bail, facing first-degree murder charges.
We are following a news alert as we come on air this midday. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay. I'm Frank Wiley.
And I'm Courtney Robinson. Right now, a missing persons investigation has ended in a double murder case. A couple is now facing murder charges. Officials tell us detectives discovered the body of Jamie Lynn MacDonald on Friday in a creek in Homosassa. She was first reported missing back in May. As investigators worked the case, they identified Dwayne Skleski and his wife Laquita as persons of interest and the last people to have been seen with Jamie. Deputies interviewed the couple and say that they were led to a wooded area in Hernando County where they say they found the human remains of another person, a man. Officials say that the couple had also been using Jamie's credit cards, which they say allowed them to charge the couple with fraud and then interview them again about MacDonald's disappearance.
We got some additional information on the 14th, which led detectives to a creek here in Homosassa, not too far away from where we're at right now. And we retrieved a second body that is now at the medical examiner's office for a determination of the identity as well as the cause and manner of death.
Again, they do believe that one of those bodies they found was Jamie MacDonald's. They are waiting for that official determination. Both Dwayne and Laquita Skleski are facing premeditated murder charges, and they have been denied bond.